Another winner has emerged in this year's Spelling Bee competition in the person of Boluwatife Tijani, a 12-year-old girl from Araroni Primary School in Agege for the primary school category, while 16-year-old Idowu Shonoiki of Ikotu Senior High School won the secondary school category. Idowu therefore automatically becomes the next one-day governor.
C-O-L-L-O-Q-U-I-U-M.
Correct. Incessant. Incessant.
Uniform.
It's a Latin word, never stopping. Please, the audience. Incessant. Never stopping. Something that goes on continuously.
Origin.
Latin.
Incessant.
Yes.
I-N-C-E-S-S-A-N-T.
Correct. Spell the word fettuccine. It's an Italian word.
F-E-T-T-U-C-C-I-N-E.
Correct. Spell the word palimbacius. 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 Let me tell you, it's a Latin word, a metrical fruit of 3 syllables, 2 long and 1 short. Palimbacius. Palimbacius.
B-A-L-I-N-B-A-C-E-O-U-S.
No.
B-A-L-L-I-N-B-A.
No. Last chance.
B-A-L-E-M-B-A-C-E-O-U-S.
No, not correct. B-A-L-I-N-B-A-C-C-I-U-S.
The year 2015 Spelling Bee competition, the 14th edition of the program, held at the Adeyemi Bero Auditorium, the Secretariat in Alausa Ikeja, on Wednesday 22nd and Wednesday 29th of April respectively, had brain-tasking words, and for the winner to emerge, 3 of the students went through 3 rounds before Idowu Shonoiki emerged as the current winner. Education, popularly believed to be the best legacy that can be given to the young ones, remains an important tool for sustainable national development. The first time we are introduced to formal education is in schools. The school years are the grounding years of one's education, and these schools are institutions that lay the foundation of a child's development. They play a key role in developing children into responsible citizens and good human beings. It is in the schools that young talent is recognized and nurtured. While on leaving school, we are all set to soar high in life and start the real world in pursuit of our dreams. Furthermore, education provides us knowledge about the world. It paves the way for good career development, helps build character, leads to enlightenment, while it also lays the foundation of a stronger nation. We can therefore rightly conclude that education makes a man complete. According to Kautilya, an Indian philosopher, a professor of economics and political science, some 2,000 years ago, and said that education enriches people's understanding of themselves. It is an investment in human capital and has a great impact on a nation's growth and development.
It was a wonderful experience. Right from when I got the news I would be the one-day governor, it was the day I was anticipating, I was waiting for. And the government did very well. They received me well, right from when they came to my house to come pick me up, to take me to the State House. They came and the whole street were buzzing. They wanted to see me. I became an instant celebrity. Everybody wanted to snap pictures with me, everybody wanted to touch me, everybody wanted to see me. I was so happy for what the government did. It took me to the State House. I went to so many places that day, toured some ministries and state parastatals here at Alausa, and I also visited the ESCO meeting at the State House too. So visiting those places, going all about that day, I don't know what to do to describe that day. I was just grateful to God, meeting people, meeting top people from the States, all wanting to associate with me and welcome me to their offices. Wonderful one. I was so happy when I walked into the ESCO. I was so happy. Because I've not seen any of them in person. I always see them on TV. So when I saw the governor, I was just, I don't know, I was just excited too. I was very happy. I saw him and he welcomed me and received me well. Then when he mentioned my name, Daniel Osumbo, I was smiling. I was so happy. He called my name. I was like, he stood up from his seat and I was telling him to come sit on the Lagos State governor's seat where only he has ever been sitting on. I should sit down there. I was so happy to sit down there and meet all the commissioners of the states and the special advisors, meeting all of them at the ESCO meeting, and also given the privilege to talk and discuss some issues.
It's amazing, you know, all these kids, it's amazing, even the one that we are witnessing, so emotional sometimes, because it's only one person that ends up being the winner, and you have all the local governments being represented at one point or the other. As you are aware, Spelling Bee starts from the local governments, and there is a competition within the local governments, and winners of each local government come to the center, like what's happening today, to have the grand finale. But I mean, it's very, very emotional, and only one person is going to win. But you can imagine very bright students coming up to want to spell, and sometimes stage fright, sometimes all sort of things come into play. Again, this goes a long way in helping the kids themselves to be confident, because part of the training they have to go through to become and be able to talk to the crowd, to be able to lead the crowd, and you know. So it's all I'll just say to students is that if you try one time, please don't give up. You have to try again. And also we want to let everyone know that those who do not win, eventually because of the preparation, they never go back in their education. Dr. Tokpe Adeyemi, she became the youngest PhD holder in Nigeria. She did Spelling Bee, and she didn't win grand finale. She came 10th. She won her local government, but she came 10th at the grand finale. When she graduated, she was the youngest PhD holder in Nigeria, you know, and she's done so well. She's a lecturer in the University of Lagos right now. She came 10th. We have Alex Exenago, who did not win. He came 3rd. He went to University of Ibadan, got first class in law. Went to law school, first class in law. And there are very many of them like that even didn't get to win the one-day governor's stuff, but they've done very, very well. We have good records, and because again, don't forget that there's a scholarship attached to this for the winners. And most of the time, for us in New Era Foundation, we also created a platform for scholarships for some of these kids, and many of them are graduating this year, you know, and we're going to replace them with others. So the opportunities hitherto wouldn't have been given. All of a sudden, it's on the platter of gold for these kids, and they've run with it. So the impact of Spelling Bee, it's incredible.
In as much as education helps develop a nation, this can only happen through the overall development of the individual. And this is done when it kindles the flame of curiosity, awakens the abilities to question, reasoning, and also teaches to find answers and solutions to situations. One of the subjects taught in schools is English language. This, however, is a major subject in which, without obtaining the credit, there can never be a headway to any academic institution. Therefore, in a bid to promote greater proficiency in English language and general education excellence, Chief Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, the then First Lady of Lagos State, initiated the Spelling Bee an annual event for the state's public primary and secondary school pupils through the New Era Foundation. The 14-year-old program is categorized into two distinctive levels: the primary level with age limitation of 6 years to 12 years, and the secondary level of 12 years to 17 years. It allows equal pairing in the student's intelligence quotient (IQ) and intellectual abilities. The Spelling Bee program, which was run by the foundation for 5 years, has since been handed over to the Ministry of Education in 2006, with 14 winners produced so far.
It's a laudable program. We want to use this opportunity to thank the initiator of the program, Senator Mrs. ORIYOMI Tinubu. It's the foundation that she has laid that we're building on. We can only do it if we can't do it if she hasn't set up the template. When we said it's 14 years old and it's getting bigger and better, it's like a wine or in a bottle, getting bigger and better. You saw the edition, you saw how well the children had performed, you saw the questions that were asked, you saw the words that were meant to be spelled, you saw how difficult in code those words were, and you saw that they were able to scale through. And thereafter we had the first and second, third winners from our public schools.
The Lagos State government, known for being first in most things that pertain to excellence, believes in the vision and ideals of the Spelling Bee program, so it keyed into it and has sustained it since the handover. The administration has since sustained its contribution to address leadership questions that continues to challenge Nigeria and Africa. Governor Fashola also reiterated that it is the belief of the present administration that when young people are exposed to workings of governments and the dynamics of public organizations, it will excite them and challenge them to aspire to be leaders.
Winning that competition made me realize that success indeed has many friends. A lot of people wanted to associate with me, family, friends, teachers, everyone was very happy with me, and the whole experience of that day was very humbling. It gave us an insight into what leadership is for one day, and I can tell you for that one day I knew it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to respond to so many people, having to go to so many places at the same time, and everyone has high expectations of you. So I realized that on easy really lies the head that wears the crown. So that one day insight gave me into what it is like to be in the position of power. It's not like when you're outside power, you're just one of the masses. You can see things from another light. But once you're on that seat, you get to feel a little of the tension, a little of the joy, a little of the victory that comes with it. So it comes with its own special package.
But pretty much got inspiration by seeing the first one-day governor, which would be Ebuka Anishobi, on TV back then, and it sort of inspired me to look forward to maybe just winning the Spelling Bee and perhaps becoming a one-day governor here in Lagos State.
Governor Fashola acknowledged the brilliant careers that have become the hallmark of past winners of the Spelling Bee and one-day governors in various tertiary institutions where they have graduated with outstanding grades, and urged current winners to go out and excel to exceed the achievements of past winners. The usual tradition in selecting participants for the competition is that about 50 students from different schools in the 6 education districts start the competition after being asked to spell words such as Jekyll and Hyde, Ophiophagous, and so many other words, and they are eliminated gradually to 3 till a winner emerges. The overall winner at the secondary school Spelling Bee competition then becomes the one-day governor. The program is designed to make the students composed, self-reliant, confident, develop the spirit of healthy competition amongst themselves, face challenges in life, and improve their vocabulary. It also affords public school students the rare opportunity to interact with foreign students and exchange cultural knowledge, thereby broadening their horizons permanently through the cultural exchange program and visit to Finland by the finalists.
To see what the outside world, another part of Africa, where in South Africa, another part of Africa that was actually very developed. Being in Johannesburg, you feel you're outside Africa itself because of the image most people outside Africa have about Africa, but it's a very nice place. Then you see the development and everything. And a country that is within Africa all the same, then you get to tour and see special places within the same country. Special places, places that brings memories, places of memories, their museums and things that are special to people, that are peculiar to people in that region.
The Lagos State government has believed so much in the program by sustaining the legacy set by the New Era Foundation, because it was started by the New Era Foundation, but at the end of the last administration, the Lagos State government took it upon itself to sustain the event, in that they've been the one sponsoring and been the one organizing the program since the last administration went off. On the day of the event, or of the final grand finale, prizes are usually handed over to the first to third. In 2001 and 2003, I think the prize was 100K that will be given to the students towards the kids' school. And over the years, it has been increasing. Now, then also the first to third get the opportunity to travel out of the country. In the past, people have visited Finland, they've visited Romania, they've visited South Africa. But I think it has been stationed now to Finland as the official exchange program for the spelling bee. And you get to get scholarships when you get to the university. The one-day governor himself gets a scholarship that will last for a year, which is renewed on an annual basis until the person finishes. The second to third are usually being catered for by the New Era Foundation, who gives them also scholarships to cater for them. And some local governments too have been very helpful by giving individual scholarships to the first to third.
It is important to mention that the spelling bee has brought together students of various secondary schools in the state, not minding their different cultural and ethnic background, who without the opportunity of this competition might never have the opportunity of meeting. This goes to create a long-lasting friendship and relationship which starts from the teenage years. Suffice to say that out of the 13 spelling bee winners, about half are not from the Yoruba-speaking tribe. Furthermore, it can be said that the program is unique for its sustained and consistent efforts to maintain contact with all past winners through an established peer mentoring group known as the Council of One-Day Governors, where they all share their experiences in the last 1 year, exchange views about life, and discuss important personal and national issues. The competition has produced professionals in diverse fields such as engineers, accountants, lawyers, auditors, doctors, just to mention a few. Among the winners is Ebuka Anishobi, an engineer with Oando PLC, Emmanuel Ayenitaju, an auditor with the renowned accounting firm of Akintola Williams Deloitte, Tolulope Esan, a law graduate from the Lagos State University, Daniel Osumbo, a microbiologist from the University of Benin, Oyetade Ajao, who studied medicine at the Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife. Other winners are Otiti Ovuowere, Mariam Busari, Olaide Adesopo, Oluwatosin Adiosun, Akpankpam Iniodu Jones, Lillian Ogbueyi, broadly Juwon Afolarin, while Olabanji Edun, however, handed over the baton to Idowu Shonaiki of Ikoto Senior High School.
Most of them are doing very well. They are in very, very prominent positions. One of them had the first class in law. Even at law school had the first class. And she's doing very well. Most of them in all companies. So it goes to show that there's something inherently special about this program, from what we can see so far.
First, my main inspiration of competing in spelling bee was my previous failures. Before I won the spelling bee in 2006, I had gone for the 2 previous editions, and I had seen or smelt the crown, but not won the crown. So the first time I went to the local level, that's my local government, and I was beaten. So that fueled me to go for the next. The next, I picked the ticket, but I lost at the state finals. So eventually, the last one, when I was in SS3, my fueling factor was, okay, boy, you've lost the 2, you must win this. So that was my main motivating factor. That was one. And that one was my school. I still hold the record of being the only one-day governor from Oshodi local government. And then prior to when I won it, nobody had, whether primary or
secondary. So I was driven to win it, not just for my school, not for my school alone, but for my local government, to repay the trust they had in me, sending me on 3 occasions. So those were my driving factors. And 2 years before 2006, I lost my dad. My dad had died. And being the hero he was to me, I just felt it was a good way to crown all his efforts. You know, so those were my 3 motivating factors that made me win, compete and win in the spelling bee competition.
Let me say scholarship. I was looking for just the right competition then. Then I found out that spelling bee is the right one, and I won it. And part of the thing is that you get a scholarship if you win the competition. So actually, let me say that's the inspiration, not. And the most interesting part was being the governor.
Students of primary and secondary schools in Lagos State in particular, and the nation in general, are however enjoined to be on top of their education, study hard, and make sure they have a vision and mission to become great minds as envisioned by the founding fathers of the spelling bee in Lagos State.